Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Dungeons and Dragons: The Flames of Chaos. I will be. I need to turn Jaina down. Well, welcome back. Mr. Pogostick fan, let's freaking go. Welcome back.
YouTube or Twitch?
Both.
Well, I will open both.
Oh, there it is. Yes.
Well, hello, everyone. Welcome back to Dungeons and Dragons. Tonight we will be playing the 5th edition of D&D, as per usual. Yeah, I will be your dungeon master for tonight. I'm really excited to continue the arc that I have planned. Hopefully we get a bit on a better, schedule for this, but, I don't know. Maybe, hopefully once a month. Maybe once a month. I mean, once a week. I don't know. We'll see.
Why is there the freaking gorilla?
Well, I love JK and his jazz. Are you gonna follow us, JK and his jazz? Anyway, well, welcome to the
Give us
stream,
a
everyone.
description, you idiot. Pay us.
Anyway, yeah, once again, I'd just like to remind everyone this is a serious game. Try to keep it serious. Love you guys. It was a lot better last game, but not really quite where I wanted it at exactly. So anyway, yeah. If you guys are taking notes, hats off to you. Appreciate that.
I was gonna take my hat off, dude. That's kind of mean.
And let's see. Yeah. Let's do a recap of last session. Before I get started, there will be some adjustments to the last session that I do not like and will be retconning. So I appreciate any and all support on that. I will not change that for whatever. You get the point. I'm not gonna listen to people telling me what to do. This is my world. I'm gonna do it.
Jackson.
Anyway, so welcome back. Last time, in the session named Remorse, or I mean Departure, your dear friend Zinquin decided that they needed to figure out some things for themselves. Unfortunately, your Zinquin, your good friend, had a dream from the person who supposedly was the bloodline, the direct bloodline, granting her wild magic. And through a series of discussions and conversations given with Zinquin, you guys decided that it would be okay if Zinquin departed from the party for some time. And yeah, after some sad goodbyes, one of the party members, with a promise and a spell, draining Dyer of his spell slots for a week. Very many somber words were said, but Zinquin departed. And that was that. However, not all was lost until it was. To add insult to injury, Dyer and Jester, after heading back to Gilmore's Bazaar, had overheard a crowd of people discussing an unfortunate event. An event that had occurred in Aureus City. Indeed, the event that the party, as we know, the D6, did cause.
Collateral damage, am I right?
And, a woman whose husband was killed in the cataclysm that was the events in Aureus City about a week ago. His body was returned back to Opalbrook. And a crowd formed and Jester and Dyer learned of the true final events that had occurred in Orius City. About 1,000 people died. Some rumored to be 2,000, but most sources indicate to be about around the death count or missing count to be about 1,000 in total. And just chaos, looting, death, all of the D6s at the D6's feet. However, that's not the only information that was learned that last session. Through a series of questions, Sakura was able to ask Vilken at Vilken and Aor at Gilmore's Traveling Bazaar regarding any information about the Arachnine. And Vilken was able to provide Sakura and the party with some pretty well-mannered information regarding an affiliate, professor, and longtime friend of Vilken's, who was a professor at the Grand City of Progress, Avian City. Her name is Professor Willen, and through Vilken's promise and words that should the party say that they were sent by Vilken, hopefully she will be able to open up and give information. That being said, we return to this session in Opalbrook on the cart as soon as you guys decide to depart. It's raining. The air is a little damp. The surrounding area, while rocky, still kind of has puddles of mud and silt. Creme, if you will. And, a new flash of people. Hold on, I gotta turn on Do Not Disturb. I can hear my Discord sounds. And through a series of traumatizing events, the events of Orius are kind of catching up to the party. I'll say a few groups of people are huddling over the center square as you guys are riding out of town. Sakura, you're still mourning the loss of or disappearance of Checkers. And the whole group is a somber feeling lays in the surrounding area from the events in Orius and the departure of your friend. What would you guys like to do?
I go to the tavern.
Well, you guys are about to leave.
Yeah, we're about to leave.
My bad.
So we're gonna go find the lady, right?
Yes.
That's one of the things we can do. Professor Wilken. That's one of the things we can do.
Willen. Vilken.
Willen,
I apologize.
yeah.
Those are pretty similar names, so.
Will and Vilken.
And what else are we also trying to do?
So that's like more of the Arachnine quest line if we want to keep going down that. There's also helping out Enya when we're available with retrieving the rest of Talalier's collection.
Isn't our boat done?
That is a good question.
You have the sending stone.
All right.
When asking, I mean, just asking for a friend.
So hold on, Tab. Do you want me to ask? Cause I'm on hold the sending stone.
Basically, yeah.
All right. Okay. So I'm gonna just use the sending stone to the carpenters, whatever.
Absolutely. His name is
The one big guy-
Ramshar.
Name of Billy.
Ramshar. No, I do have his name. I just forgot it.
I was to be like, bruh, seriously.
Yeah.
Incite a riot, Jackson says. Anyway.
Go to the store.
So,
Incite-
hit the gritty. Dyer hits the gritty.
I don't know what that is.
Do you know what the button is?
You know what
I
the
probably-
gritty is?
Dude, I play video games all the time. I don't know.
Anyway. Alright, so, Dyer, you go through your bag of holding, I assume, and, pull out the marble, the stone, and, as you cast Sending from the stone, seeing as your spell slots are removed from your body, a glimpse, like, a slow pulse of energy flows back into your veins, giving back that energy of arcane that you've missed for many hours and forgot what it felt like just for a small moment. And your mind increases and shoots through the ether. And through this ether, the words you say are...
Just say, is boat done? Lol.
This is Josh speaking, so this
Okay,
is Josh
yeah,
speaking,
you're good.
not Dyer. So the guy's name is Ranshar?
Ramshar.
Ramshar, gotcha.
He's a dwarf. You met him when you commissioned the SS trinket, which I was so kindly pointed out on Reddit that it's technically shouldn't be named SS because SS stands for steamship, but it sounds cool, so I'll keep it.
You'll probably come up with something about it. Super schmepic.
Anyway,
Let's
Ramshar
say it's just sail ship.
runs the biggest shipyard
Company.
in
franchise.
Pedro Mojado, and has personally created crafts and vessels for the Ustalak and several well-named pirates.
Alrighty, so
Okay.
back to
The
this.
Sending.
Ramshar, how much longer till the boat is done? Send.
See, that wasn't so hard now, was it?
I know, but I didn't. But I don't know why. I was put on the spot like that. We're streaming to viewers. I'm very intent on YouTube, anyways.
Well, as these words shoot through the ether, the energy leaves your arm, and you hear back in your mind. Unfortunately, I am not aware of who this is. Please respond with your name, and I will be sure to give you an update. That's it.
Sign up.
So does it still have a charge, or is that the charge is gone?
I'll say you have since you're going to be going on a road trip, you'll have another one soon in the next few minutes.
In the next few minutes.
So the next day, canonically, but...
Alright. Is it like one use per person? Or is it just one use for everybody?
It's one charge per day. It resets at dawn. I believe so,
okay.
unless you find some other source saying so. But I believe that's how sending stones work.
Okay, well, I haven't researched much on sending stuff, so I gotta take your word for it.
Well,
So, yeah, I guess I'll have to wait.
Jester is quietly trying to rest, eyes closed. She's got a new piece of jewelry hanging from her left horn, and she appears to be wearing more summer-related clothing. Who's driving this cart?
I want to drive. Me.
Why is that when we're on the cart? That's like the most engaging everyone is. It's like, who's driving the boat? I am!
Who drive the boat?
No, I am! I'm gonna kick
I
you off!
love driving the boat.
Can I make like investigation
mean,
for
the
like
cart.
animals that I can cook up
All right, like on the so you guys are
on the road? I mean,
just
are we not
it's
leaving it?
so okay. Yes, you may, but just to make sure, as you guys are leaving the city on the pathway, you guys pass the town square, past a large spire building, clearly a government building of some sort, and you know, classic crowds of people, markets, fish are being sold, but not like at an expensive price because it's kind of far from the nearest river. But some game like rabbits and stuff, but a bunch of like this world's version of deep frying, where it's not quite oil, it's a different liquid that you're not sure quite is, but they can change it to different solutions to get a different effect, and it's basically frying it in, and they're big crystallid, which are the spider legs that are like fried, basically.
Hey, do you guys mind if I like just get off for a second? I'm gonna go check out this whole food thing. Yeah, we good with that? Okay, cool.
Go ahead, open.
And I get off.
Okay, the cart stops. As you thump to the ground, the mud below kind of just squelches beneath your boots.
Nice.
And yeah, it's a light rain, but it just the pitter patter still hits your forehead from time to time, dampens your hair.
I go up to like the fish marketplace.
All right,
like,
go ahead.
Stand. Like, do you guys have like a massive like, big salmon, like a big fish?
He lifts up the fish that he was just cutting. It's a nice red salmon, fresh from yesterday. Let's say 3 silver.
I hand him a platinum piece, just because I'm rich.
Why not?
Wow, how much?
Oh, just all of it? I mean,
No, with the platinum, you can purchase several salmon with this.
oh, just one. That's fine.
Oh, just thank you.
Also,
He kind of tries to hide it, but you can tell that this has made his day. There's a gleam in this fisherman's
I say
eye.
bit.
what do you like put these in? Like, what is that oily thing?
Oh, it'd be better if you didn't know.
Well, I was wondering if I could buy like a gallon of that.
A gallon? Are you yourself a cook?
Yeah.
This guy, clearly, he's of half-orc descent. Showing more of the human, but you can see he has a few tusks. Well, seeing as you paid me so much, and he reaches under, and you can hear his wife in the distance. Like it's like, imagine an L-shaped stand with like a tent over it and a post in the side, so it covers this whole L shape and a square. And in the back, you hear a simmering pan with an open flame under it, and she is casting a mini firebolt on her hand to warm up the pan faster. And it's like simmering this like small like fish. I don't know what kinds of fish. I don't know that, but whatever. A trout. A trout is simmering in this solute. Excuse me, not solute, but solution. And he walks back by her, and pulls out a jug, like a metal jug. He sloshes it around, opens the cap, sniffs it. Should be good for another year. And sets it down on the counter. That's for you.
I give another platinum piece.
Alright. Wow. The wife comes back. She's like, is everything alright, darling? Holy shit.
Trump swore he's gonna get demonetized now.
And I just leave.
And thank you! Seriously, what's your name? As you're walking away.
Mace.
Thank you, Mace. We'll remember you. And
Appreciate it.
I assume you walk back.
Yep.
Alright. Jester is full on snoring at this moment. She kind of has like her jacket on her face though, so the water doesn't hit her face and annoy her while she's trying to sleep. And as
I look over to Mace. I look over to Mace and I just say to him, "You probably shouldn't have said your name."
That's not my actual name. You know that, right?
Well, I never heard your real name, dude, and everyone probably in the almost on all of Terra knows you as Mace. What do
Right.
you expect? And dude, don't you understand what just happened? News is spreading. At some point, it's gonna probably mention that it's us who did all that
Right,
shit in
but also
Aura City.
I feel like they would have known that Kyrell Silken would have done much worse. So I feel like
Calm down, dude. We're still close by to town, dude. We don't want to get attention here.
fair.
Jester
Hey,
wakes up. Oh my
I just
gosh.
say, Mace. I just say, be careful with when you get out your name like that now.
Okay.
Did you say that you have a different name?
No. I mean, what?
Make a deception check.
Okay.
Make it with advantage because she's really sleepy.
Okay. Deception +6. Let's go. Ooh. Okay. 12 plus 18.
All right, that passes, I'd say. And I would assume this isn't really something that Mace has acknowledged to the party.
Right.
So Jester just shrugs it off and says, and kind of like stretches and turns around. All right, while I'm awake, what are those people gathering together for?
Good question.
As you look, Mace, you see, in fact, another group of people getting newspapers. So they're reading it on their way to their work. It's about like 11 a.m. I'll say, because you guys just Zinquin has just departed, and it's still morning-ish. And anyway, yeah.
Dyer pulls up like his kind of like his bandana and walks over to see what the newspaper says.
You see a little kid, a newsie, basically, little human kid. Extra, extra, news from Malzuro, extra, extra, just one silver. Alright, you walk up to him. Can I interest you, Mr. Dragonborn, in Empire dealings with the Alzuro and Aldoran?
Why not? So that and Dyer pulls out. He said Dyer heard it said silver. He just pulls out a gold piece instead.
Sir, it's silver.
I'm aware.
He takes it and pockets it. Thank you, sir. And he gives you 3 copies.
Oh, I can read, I guess. I just like opens his back of holding it, just like puts all 3 in there, and then starts walking back to the cart.
Okay. All right. You guys walk back to the cart.
Wait, can I get off, like, just for a second?
Yeah,
Go
of
back to
course,
the
of
fish
course.
place?
Yeah, of course.
I'll just be right back. Just hold on. Just
Yeah.
one second. And I go up to there. I'm like, hi again.
Oh, yes, Mr. Mace. He's just simmering some of the trout back there. How can I help you?
I was wondering, this is really random, but I couldn't find any like cooking shops around here. So I was wondering, do you have like a big pot I can
Oh,
buy
absolutely.
for, like,
Oh,
100
absolutely.
golds?
Oh.
Or, like...
Are you crazy?
A little bit.
I don't think you know how money works, darling.
I think I do. I'm not really sure.
I was gonna give it to you for free, frankly.
Oh, thanks.
You paid us 20 gold. That's more than we make in a month, darling.
Okay. Pat, please.
Well, which one would you like? And she kind of goes back and brings, a pot that's a little thinner, kind of rounded at the bottom a little bit.
I like it.
And, it's pretty clean, but there's a few bits of rust on the bottom, like on the bottom part.
Like in the thing?
No, outside, on the outside. Properly
Okay,
cleaned.
I'll take this and then slap another platinum piece on the desk, and then I leave.
Just
If my husband wasn't around, I'm totally joking with you. Thank you. This is gonna be better for little Joe. I really appreciate
They kissed
that.
after that, by the way.
What?
They kissed after that.
Oh.
Oh
Monk
no.
ass.
You can write your fanfiction later.
At Jester. Anyway,
And I just take it back to the cart.
thank you, Mr. Mace. And she like scuttles back and shows him her husband the other platinum piece and says, and he yells back, "Why?" Anyway, is that all you would like to do?
Yeah, I just needed food.
Alrighty.
I just get one of the newspapers out, and I'm assuming you don't have it like an
Yeah.
actual like news article written
Yeah.
yet. So Dara specifically looks to see if there's any news on Aurea City.
No. In fact, this issue is Amberian News, the biggest news source in Terran. Even though it's based out of the Ember Isles in Alzuro, Amberian News issue whatever, and it specifically notes the arrival of a few thousand troops on Aldoran, Tal'Dorei.
Tal'Dorei?
Yeah, Aldoran is what I renamed it. Remember?
Okay.
Okay,
so this map is a bit out of date because it says Tal'Dorei here.
Aldoran has supposedly been over the last 100 years been decreasing in Bloodseath deposits. Think the pits of Hathsin, if you will, where geodes and crystals of the metal naturally appear in the caves underneath the crust of Aldoran. And recently, in the last 6 months or 8 months or so, a deposit of tons of Bloodseath was seized by the Empire and has been taking control. And the Empire has been continually attempting to take control of the island. And Alzuro is threatening actions against the Empire. And people are worried that a war will start soon because of the conflict on Aldoran. Thousands of troops of both sides. There are still disagreements. Emperor Ducal has repeatedly made statements that Aldoran has always been a part of the Empire. They're just getting it back. And that's mostly all you can put together. This story, however, does remind you of the blacksmith that you met on Aldoran, who had a secret to hide from the Empire.
I just kind of says like, "Good relax. It's getting more intense. I see." He rolls it up and looks to see like if anyone in the group had overheard what he just said, like someone kind of swore.
Yeah.
So, yeah. He walks over to Jester and is like, Have you heard of these news?"
Well, I think it makes sense. As someone who grew up on Aldoran, I think it was only a matter of time that it was taken over. It was kind of annoying, honestly, ever since Ducal thought it was his property, but in all honesty, I think Aldoran might be a little safer. Less pirates, less death, less crime, and even if the Emperor did have control over it. But take that from a sailor girl. I don't know very much about politics. That Emperor Ducal has something to hide, though. I don't really know very much about him. And considering how few times I actually visited Brinstar, I can't really make a fair judgment, but out of my many years on this planet, I have never been able to really put together the full implications of said politics.
Who knows? We might get wrapped up into it or something. We always do in some form.
My question is how are they gonna take the news about Aureus?
Well, for all we don't know what the papers. If they haven't printed out any new papers yet, so we just gotta hope that the papers don't mention our names in it at this point. And if they do, well, I don't know, expect bounty hunters or something.
That reminds me. Hey, Arya. Arya.
Aria.
Dana, is your mic broken again?
What?
Jester's talking to you.
Yes.
I've been meaning to ask you. I've been thinking about the estate that you are you technically the owner of that now?
I think so. Yeah.
I mean, legally, was Talalir recorded to be your father?
Yeah. I think.
I would assume so as well. So only that only leaves the logical conclusion that is now your estate, as Enya was saying. What do you want to do with that?
I guess I never thought about it.
Just
Maybe
something
if
to
we
think.
retire from if we ever retire from this adventure lifestyle, I guess Arya has a place to go. If she ever wants to leave Vasselheim and go on her own.
Potentially.
But who knows? Well, I guess we got to see its condition at this point. It's all the way out in Brinstar. We need a boat there, and
Well, it's in Rohan, which is close to Brinstar, but more of a remote territory, if that makes sense.
well, it's still we got to still cross the ocean. and
Right,
stuff.
of course. It's farther than Alzero, but closer than Brinstar.
Can I just like go to a corner and like just set my pot and pour the stuff in?
Absolutely. We should make a custom check on D&D Beyond for cooking. Would that be a Dex check?
Performance.
Probably.
Performance.
Yeah. I'd say Dex.
Okay. Should I just make a dex check?
Absolutely. What? Mace, describe the meal that you prepare.
Okay, so can I have like a
I'd say
metal or
since-
like something surface to set it on?
Absolutely.
Like so I don't burn the entire wood.
Yeah.
I'd say since Tyler has made his character like not a professional chef, but it's clear that he's like not an amateur or
Yeah.
like good. He's like probably like not Gordon Ramsay style, but close to there.
Yeah.
I'd say maybe just for him for cooking specifically, give him like what is it? Advantage checks since you know.
Well, I mean, I think he already has a high Dex, but sure, I guess. Yeah. Go ahead and roll with advantage.
Okay, so I got like this like metal plate and I set it underneath the pot. I get a little bit of wood and I just light it. Well,
Mhm.
actually, is it who's the magic person in our party? Was that Savannah? Is that Savannah?
Yeah.
Well, technically it was me and Savannah,
Oh.
but as you know, I can't do crap right now, and Zinkwin is out.
Does anybody have a lighter?
well-
Anybody got a lighter?
I think I can help. I think me and Arya can help, considering that we're both tieflings.
Well, do you have like a lighter? I just need like fire.
Hellish Rebuke?
That would like set the entire thing on.
Yeah, I don't think that's gonna. We need like a little.
We can
spark.
control it, right?
You know, I'll just do this on my own.
You know what? Thank you very much.
Cooking is a
Yeah.
feat. Yeah, I did not know
Can I
that.
just, can I
That's
just
my
go
friend
find-
Pippin.
Yeah.
I asked
Can I
him if you
just
want
go
to see
find a
this.
stick?
Yeah, sure. Go ahead. For the sake of the game, you find a stick. Pretty good stick. It burns
I just,
real
like,
easily.
Rub it and
Yeah.
then just like rub it against the wood and then like start a fire.
Yeah.
Okay.
Easily.
And then I like pour the oil in.
Mhm.
And then I make them like the rations for like breadcrumbs.
Yeah.
I just like pat the fish. Oh, I have to cut the fish first of all.
Dunk,
then
dunk.
I like pat it down with like the little portions of
Mhm.
breadcrumbs, and then I just fry it to
Oof.
perfection.
Oof. Just let it simmer for a minute. Salt that baby.
Oh
Put a
yeah.
little bit of seasoning. Well, as you prepare this wonderful meal, what did you roll on that Dex check?
14.
Yeah, this is a pretty good meal. Not one of your best, but a pretty dang good meal. Especially
Blame it
considering for
blame it
being on the boat.
rain.
Blame it on the rain. And considering that you're on a moving vehicle, pretty impressive.
And then I just pour the hot oil over the side of the cart.
It just kind of like simmers out and creates this muck in the mud. And the
Anybody want?
just
food?
continues.
Anybody-
Well, all right. As you guys come to a resting stop, the cart kind of slows to a stop as Jester and Sakura calm the horses down. Jester hops off, takes a bunch of hay from her satchel, and starts feeding your 3 horses, which are canonically dead, but for the sake of the game,
What happened to them?
you ought to read my short story to see what happened to them. They got exploded. Oh, apologies. I saw that, but I did not look at it.
I don't know. It's not really important.
No, I'll check it. But anyway, Jester starts a fire with her hellish rebuke, a bunch of sticks. There's a few bushes. The area is definitely becoming more green. The red moon of Yakis kind of shines a reddish glimmer onto the surrounding area, kind of making the green of the grass harder to really differentiate and tell that this is green of color. It's pretty cool.
Oh, wow, horse explosion.
Yeah, horses. Anyway, whatever. Your cart comes to a stop. Jester sets out her bedroll and then sets up her tent. Well, sets up her tent and sets up her bedroll and goes inside and zips it closed. They have zip technology, I guess, now. Zipper technology.
You'll probably retcon that zipper technology later down the line, whatever.
Velcro.
Velcro.
Anyway, what would you guys like to do?
I'll have to send you a message, Gub.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Can I like melt down some like sugar and some gelatin and like form it into like a cylinder?
I'm lost as to what you're asking me to do. What to do?
Like use gelatin and sugar to make a marshmallow, basically.
Yeah, sure. I guess you could certainly try.
Better granola bars, Tyler. It's alright. I think you can do it.
They know that's some Christmas.
Tyler, check DMs.
Okay.
Okay. Sorry. What was the question? Well, okay. What do you guys want to do?
I make a marshmallow and then I put them on sticks. And I tell people to cook them and roast them and tell stories.
All right. You sit down.
Chester, get back out here. We're telling spooky stories.
Okay. You approach Jester's tent.
Jester, are you awake?
I was.
Okay, well, anyway, get up. We're gonna do some bonding time with each other.
Ugh, is it my turn to take watch already?
No. We're all bonding.
Oh, okay, fine.
Telling stories around the campfire.
Just give me a minute. Ugh. And she like gets out, and she is like bedhead, wearing a scarf.
90 seconds.
Very, very loose. She's wearing a gown, but see-through, kind of translucent. Oh, get your mind out of the gutter, Joshua. She's got clothes underneath. Her armor's off, but she's got nice padding. She's got it figured out for comfort. Alright, what are we doing?
Telling stories.
Alright. She sits down on a log that she rolled out of the way.
I hand her a stick with the marshmallow contraption I made.
Takes it. What are we? Yes.
She ate it. Do you have any stories?
I'm not really sure. I'm quite a good storyteller.
We don't care.
Wow. I thought I was grumpy.
Either way, no, I'm saying that your story will be great.
It's
I'm not
not a safe
taunting you.
space, man.
Well, I suppose I have a few fun stories to tell. But, you won't believe me.
Careless whisper echoes in the background. Okay. I was reading chat.
Well,
Jester, I believe everyone here has a story that everyone can believe that no one will believe. But at this point, everything we've done, it seems unbelievable either way.
Believe it or
Let's
not, I want to hear it.
well, let's see. How did she always used to tell it? Well, when I was a little girl, my mama would sit me down and tell me a story about the stars. She would point at them and say, "Wow, look at them. Can you imagine what it would be like to go there?" I just smiled and laughed. She would always tell me there's one day that we would be able to. Sometimes I wondered if she was telling it. But the story is that there are people that live on those stars, and as she's telling this story, the crackling and like an ash like pops, crackles from the fire, and kind of flies into the air. And she looks up, kind of really emphasizing her blue face. And she looks to the stars above. The story, I suppose, I should tell, as I was so asked to do, is that there once was a people that wanted to leave the stars. And they loved their home, but they wanted more. How did she used to tell it? Something like, well, she would tell me that there were people out there that one day that they had left their beautiful star. They said, "Wow, look at those stars. I wish I could go there." And as soon as they left, they were disappointed, only to find another star. Just like theirs. Then again, she was kind of a crazy woman, so I have no idea what that means, but I think it has something to do with being grateful for what you have. But something tells me she was telling the truth about something. I mean, look at those. She raises her hand, her pale blue hand. Part of her gown kind of slides down her arm, kind of revealing her bare shoulder. Fixes it. I used to tell that story to my sister. And now I'm telling it to you. But each time I tell it, I always forget another detail. So I'm sorry if I forgot pieces. I'm sure there was more. But it's been so long since I've heard the original story. She kind of looks down at her feet, kind of shuffles a bit, kind of like holds herself in a self-embrace almost. Trying to stay warm. Inches a little closer to the fire.
Great story.
I wouldn't say it was much of a story.
Well, it was the first time I ever heard of it. Maybe it's true, maybe it's not, but that's what stories are in the end.
Those. I appreciate you guys. Really, I do.
Dyer like uses his sword to like help himself up, and he says, "I'll be right back, everyone. I need to do something real quick." And he starts to like go a little bit away from the group for a bit,
Mhm.
but not too far out.
Yeah.
So, and Dyer wants to do what Dyer kind of like whispers what I sent you. So
Okay.
you can have to check our DMs.
Yeah, sorry. Apologies.
You're good. You're good.
Let me see. I have to check on my phone because I'm streaming my Discord on the stream, so.
Yeah.
Oh, that is a good question. I have no idea how to answer that. That is a really good question.
I mean, what you can do, Gub, is like
Yeah, no, I'm
you don't-
answering it.
You don't have to answer it now till you like have a good idea of what you want it and just respond to that, and then we can continue the session.
I want to answer it now is the thing.
Well, then you can send like a rough idea of what you know and want it to be, and then you can just refine it later on.
I'm just
Can
gonna
I
send it to you now.
investigation check where Josh went or Dyer went?
Sure. If you want to. You see the general direction and you hear the of like the gravel underneath his feet. I almost said pause.
A 9.
You see the general direction, but he fades into the darkness. Past a few bushes and stuff. Maybe he needs to pee.
Well, good night, everybody. And I set up a tent and I go to bed.
Alright, you set up your tent.
I go up to Sakura.
You go up to what?
Sakura.
Okay.
Sakura.
Hmm.
Are you okay? I'm sorry about Checkers, but I'm sure we'll find him.
Fine.
I'm sorry.
No, you're not, you liar.
It's okay. Just I'll make sure to keep an eye out for him, and I'm sure the others are doing the same.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
Mhm.
And
Well, good night.
Mm-hmm.
Jester kind of comes to your side, Sakura, and kind of rubs your shoulder. We'll find him. I know we will. There's something different about that cat. And if
Well,
worst comes
he
to
is
worst,
a god.
worst comes to worst, you can cast some sort of spell that will help us find them. He can't be far. Something tells me that cat likes to follow us. Well, I'm off to bed as well. Thank you for this. Seriously. Good night. Hold on, if I may ask, who's keeping watch tonight?
I can.
Thank you. Anyone else?
I can.
Oh, thank you.
He's already out. He's not an option.
Gub DMs.
Yeah, no, I know. Hold on. It would be so much easier if I could come over to you guys and whisper it in your ear at a table, because that's what I would do.
Well, too bad we're not at a table.
Sorry, hold on.
Yeah, if only we could do that.
We virtually clone ourselves, and we can. It's the clone mod from Minecraft, where we have a capsule in one location. We can transport our mind into that body and then just be there. We use pigs
She just has, like,
running on
mannequins
treadmills
in
to
his
power it
background.
up. Wow, that must be.
I
running for
know, I
relatively
know.
long.
Yeah, it is kind
How
of
could it
long.
discover it? So, how was y'all's day? Wow. Very cool.
Sorry. Hold on, I know I'm taking forever.
Did I wake up?
Appreciate it, Pippin. I am a good DM. That's your answer, Joshua. Oh. Well, I guess I have to check faces now. No response, Tyler.
Okay.
After Dyer does his thing, he heads back to the roof and sees like everyone like already like he sees like 2 of the members already in bed, 2 are still awake. Dyer just kind of goes into his tent and goes to sleep as well.
Okay. Jaina or Arya. Werewolves wake up. Arya. That was Tyler. I was laughing because that's what Tyler said. I did not mean to steal your joke, Tyler.
No, I knew it, so I heard it.
Sakura and Arya.
I love it.
Sakura and Arya, make a perception check.
Okay. Why have I not pulled up D&D yet?
You tell me.
Whoa, I have perception plus 12. Let's go.
You're an effing rogue, Jazzy. What do you expect, honestly? Your stealth was like a plus 13 or something.
I can't believe she was freaking plus 12. That's disgusting. That's freaking grody.
Okay,
to roll
5 plus 12.
Jeez.
high perception, mate.
17 total. Okay. Nothing out of the usual. Arya, what did you roll?
Hold on. I just probably pulled up my
Oh, by the way, the little rat in my bag, the little rat cat, I'm gonna name it Miwo.
The rat cat. Mew.
Well, the cat that Mace found, and then Sakura just like, you know what? It's mine now. Thanks for the birthday gift, idiot.
Is Casper a boy?
Yeah, Casper's a boy.
Dang, I was gonna have a subplot that cat was gonna impregnate Casper. I forgot that to ask you last session if Casper was a guy.
I got it.
Casper has testicles, right?
Thank you, Joshua. What did you roll, Jaina?
16.
16. Nothing out of the ordinary. Dawn approaches, and you guys get back ready. What would you guys like to do? I assume hop back onto the cart.
Road trip.
Dyer, you notice the arcane energy returning to the Sending Stone.
Alright. So when he gets on the cart, like gets himself comfortable, he goes
Yeah.
back out again.
Totally.
And sending again.
Hey, what's that?
Jester kind of like is super tired and kind of like leans on you, her head on you, on your shoulder.
Sorry, does not do anything to like prevent it. He just like whatever. So he just uses the sending stone, and so
Yeah.
just want to get your little fist and stuff.
Okay.
All right, so this is Dyer, and the D6.
D6, I'll say this one.
We want to know how much longer till the boat is done. Send it.
Thank you for returning your message.
That was quick.
This is Ramshar. It is nearing its completion. Should be another 2 weeks or so.
Oh, dang.
Hope this finds you. Cuts off.
His voice is like I can hear like.
Hopes to find you. Hopes this find you.
I just looks at the stone like, why is it gotta be 25 words? And then he just kind of announces to everyone. He just announces to everyone like, hey, 2 weeks till the boat is done. Got your answer.
Woo! Yeah!
Jester kind of stretches her back out and says, "All right, who's driving the horses?"
I'll make breakfast so I don't have to do
I
that.
can.
I can.
Alrighty, it looks like we've got the two. Wait, did you guys stay up last night?
Yeah.
One
Arya's
second.
eyes are just like.
I'm on the verge of death, and I think I can go a little further.
I'm not sure that will be a very good idea considering you guys are very tired. I think you guys should get some sleep.
I feel great.
Dire,
Make a
like,
deception
gets up.
check. I don't care. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding, Arya.
That
Those
kinda, like-
marshmallows last night really had a toll on me. I think I'm fine.
Dire like gets up, like walks up, and is like just like kind of starts pulling on like both of their ears, like, nope, bedtime for you two. Go to bed.
If I let it rip now, the wind can start the windmills in an old Dutch painting.
The frick?
Hey, so what was in the marshmallows? You got these two like drunk.
What the frick is the Dutch?
Honestly, what is it? You know what? I'm not gonna ask the one. I'm not gonna ask the ones who are drunk. That like pulls both of them off the horses and like kind of like throws them onto like the back of the cart. Go to sleep.
No, mother chokers, and then I pass out.
Jester says, "Tyre, do you just want to drive them with me? I can do it."
Yeah.
Very well. Hoist that. Never mind. This isn't the ship. All right, whatever. She takes the reins.
You'll get to say that when we have her.
Who's the main sir?
All
Sir.
right. It stops raining. The sun is beating down on you guys, though. The air is becoming increasingly more humid, as you can tell, as you enter the more. Ow, that was my knee. I just bonked into the table. Anyway, as you approach the more avian region of Terran, the humidity of the air. You know how the Minecraft borders of biomes is like desert next to taiga biome. It's just random. Imagine that you cross the border of mountains as it approaches in your view, and you cross the area. It goes from relatively warm to hot, and like half 1 foot is really hot, and 1 foot there's just a border of just no logic. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
All right. So as you cross that area, the soil and grass is far more
Soft.
fertile. The greens are greener. There's lots of plants and palm trees and other tropical plants that start to kind of, in patches, yes, but are still present.
Coconuts. I have recipes for those.
And yeah. Would you guys like to run through another night of roleplay, or would you guys rather just arrive at the city?
Alright.
That's fair.
Yeah, I'd say arrive. I don't have anything to.
Yeah, I think that was perfect. All right, you guys. I'll describe the journey left really pretty quickly. Did you DM me?
No, just from the last one.
No response. Remember?
Yeah, I was just wondering if it's still, just notifications turned off.
Okay, sounds good.
In your head, you just hear like a song from like Mario Kart or something, and you're like, "Oh, I know you."
The Discord call sound. Well, as you guys get closer, the amount of avian creatures begins to increase.
Yeah, was this
Winged creatures, if you will. And the gusts of wind continue to rise, of salt water mixed with whiffs of fresh as well. And you're very clearly approaching the shattered landscape that is the region of Avian City. On Off in the distance, you see specks of just blotches in the distance. Almost like mountains, but in the air. And as the car follows the road down closer and closer to the shattered landscape that is marked on your maps, these blotches in the sky appear to be large rock formations floating. Pieces of crystal rock and gems glimmer off the side and especially the bottom of these floating rocks. And vines connect smaller rocks that are floating as well. You can kind of see them slowly hover above the landscape. And you're immediately coming into territory of some weird arcane shiz.
Jester, is this recognizable to you? Like, have you been to Avian City?
Of course, have you not?
No?
The City of Progress it is. Port Aviar is one of the most visited locations across most of the sailors that harbor there. Or in this region, rather. I would assume that you have been familiar with the region, but considering your backstory, your past, I suppose that makes more sense. No, yeah, Alvora is just over there. You won't be able to see it from here, considering it is miles away, but it is there. It connects by river to the cratered area that we are approaching. Avian City is the City of Progress. I hear that lots of technology is being developed there as we speak.
Huh. That sounds like Yasha's place.
Of course.
Food is.
In fact, now that you mention it, I think Yasha is there right now.
Is she?
I believe so. Yes,
Looks like we got some time to. Looks like we gotta make some time.
absolutely, absolutely.
Alrighty, well.
I wonder how that poor damn girl is doing.
Knowing you're probably making something.
Yeah. Or being a wimp
Anyways.
about asking for it. I remember when I was just a little girl like that.
Has she? Are they? Is Yasha and Ford like together? Are they? Is it like?
Oh, don't get me started.
Well, we got a couple miles left. Let's
I
get
many,
some story
many, many moons have passed that I've tried to convince the damn girl to just kiss the damn boy. Just kiss him. And she'd rather spend her nights petting her dumb red panda and making her stupid machinery and improving Avantika's boat and whatever. I just don't get it. I don't get it. I've tried convincing her for days. They clearly like each other. I tried asking Ford about it, but he's kind of a locked box, if you haven't noticed.
Don't know much about Ford, but I can agree with you on some aspects, except the part about the panda, because that panda is cute. All right, I can understand why on that end.
You know what? You've got the point. You've got the good point. It is pretty cute. Rose is a cutie.
Go.
Yeah.
A lock it, if you will.
What?
Nah, never mind.
What did you say?
Tyler, say what you said right now.
Tyler, I'm
No.
streaming. I can just rewatch the VOD.
I'll just DM it to you.
Right to it.
Persuasion. He wrote the natural 20 on that. I can just rewatch the VOD. Dude.
I'm gonna blow my nose. Hold on, I'm gonna mute my mic.
Wow, he really does not want people seeing him to hear him blow his nose. He does not want those fan edits, which I will make, by the way.
Can I say that for later, Gub?
I see. No, there's a garbage can under my desk.
I was
Sure,
just making
there
a
is.
joke. Go.
Bruh. Right there.
I don't
Anyway.
see garbage can. I see edge of desk.
Whatever. Just trust me, bro.
Jaina, wait, hold on. Jaina, oh wait, she can't even.
Jaina's deafened.
Why deafen?
Oh, I just unminimized my Discord.
Yeah.
Did you get my
James.
joke? Do you think I'm
Why deafen?
I do get your joke. I appreciated it. I was just muted when I laughed about it.
Huh? What?
You were deafened, you silly goose.
Oh, it's kind of silly.
Well, alright.
Did you miss anything?
I don't think she did. I think she's good.
We're
Not
fine
really.
out.
It was just side story.
Yeah, it was just a side story. Just Jester complaining about how she's been trying to get Ford and Yasha to be together, but they still haven't talked about their feelings yet. And they've been around each other for about a year. Jester, yeah, okay. So, Jester kind of turns to you and says, "It's a good question. I mean, I always wondered what those two horny toads are doing when I'm not around. I mean, come on. I guess there's only so much you can do on a boat with that many people, but, deck is pretty empty by the end of the night." She takes a swig from her flask. Yeah. That's all my input.
What's in there? Like he's mentioning the flask.
Hey, it's wine.
I don't think I've ever seen you drink.
I do it when I'm sad or bored.
I'll just
And
assume
which is
that-
it now?
I'm bored.
Wait, could you be driving the horse if you're gonna be drinking?
It's fine.
I can
I
drive
could take
the
over for
horse.
you if you want me to.
I just took a swig. It's not that much. I'm just pretty parched in my throat. Whatever. Let's just keep going. That being said,
Wait, I passed 2 nights past.
yes.
Okay, so I got 5 days left.
That being said, both good reasons to drink. Nice. That being said,
Thank you, Pippin.
as you approach the shattered landscape, more and more floating rocks. Do you guys know what Pandora is? If I said Pandora from
No, that's like-
from-
I know Pandora's Vault,
from Avatar, not the Last Airbender.
but no.
No Pandora
Never-
from that one music app.
Like the
The music app.
I can send the photo of kind of what you're
No,
looking
go.
at here.
Your D&D thing is messed
I
up.
know. Just give me a minute. I'm sorry,
Who's
Pippin and
this
whoever
woman?
else. That's Enya, you silly goober.
Bruh.
This and like this and like especially that and like that and like that and like
Who's the guy in the
That.
suit?
That's-
That looks like he-
that's
that looks
Gilmore.
like- oh, that's
Literally, it's labeled Gilmore.
No, it says
Gilmore
Gilmore's
is a
Traveling Bazaar right on it.
So, go to art and references, that kind of thing. That's what you're kind of seeing in terms of the floating rocks. And as you get closer, you see a sort of incline, slope, if you will.
You might want to fix your.
I just did. An incline of rock as you hear the shimmer of distant waterfalls. A warm yet cool breeze mix kind of rustles Jester's hair, and a look of childlike awe appears on her face.
Nostalgia.
Yeah.
I wonder what it'd be like to run away from cops in there.
Why are you thinking about Reverend Lawman? What is wrong with you? What is your past, man? Okay, you know what?
I
I'm
don't
not
know.
surprised.
It's just kind of fun, jumping from island to island. I don't know.
Well, maybe for you, but anyone else who dare try.
Well, this incline of rock and road, comes to an end as you get to the top. The shimmering waterfalls becomes louder and louder in proximity as you look upon this view of a massive valley, miles and miles of a gorge. Gorges and gorges, cliff faces and waterfalls, and at the bottom of this gorge is a massive freshwater pool. Lake, if you will, that leads directly into the ocean. And at this cliff edge is a stone pillar with a statue of an Aarakocra. As you guys ride closer and closer to the edge, so imagine this cliff face, right? You guys are kind of on a path that's on the edge of the cliff face. Does that make sense?
That kind of like looks lower to like the cliff edge, and just like, why is that to be so familiar?
And
He
just
kinda-
waterfalls.
he just like does a double take to make sure he's not seeing what he does not want to see, but
Take a point of inspiration, Josh.
why is that?
That was a really awesome roleplay moment. I just liked it.
I'll be back real quick. Hold on
Alright, you're
one
good.
second.
You're good. It's just.
The mention of Leon falling over.
Oh, I thought you were referring to something
What?
else in your backstory. Newer development in your backstory.
Oh, okay, yeah. We'll just do that. We'll add both of those reasons in there.
Alright. Well, since Jazzy left, it kind of fricked up my system for the Discord capture.
Oh, yeah, he's knocking on my door. Let me. Oh, I think she's gonna switch over to here. Hold
Yeah.
on. Switch into this room now. Okay.
Yay, Jazzy can be on the
Yeah. Jazzy's gonna be sitting on the bed, gamers, and
if I may, Josh, as a courtesy for the stream. Hold on.
Well, hold on, actually.
Should I get a
my
webcam?
headset? What?
Add to the experience.
As a courtesy, could you turn on push to talk if you're gonna have your speakers on, so the stream doesn't get any more reverb?
Yeah. Let me just do this real quick, and you're gonna hear it for a moment. Never mind, my speakers were like down to.
Oof, he cut off. Hello, Josh.
Okay,
Oh, I can hear you. It just he cut off for a second.
We'll keep talking.
Hello.
Talk.
Hi, howdy. I'm
Are
here.
you hearing yourself?
I'm not hearing myself. Jazzy, can you hear me all good? Very cool.
You go,
I was
Jazzy.
talking to you, Jazzy.
Okay, I'm fixing the stream, Pippin. Thanks for watching, Pippin. Pippin, have you seen the musical Pippin? It's a good time. You should see it. Anyway. Well. Continuing on. The stone pillar with a chiseled stone Aarakocra. Oh no.
Why now? It's giving us world building and how just like.
A stone chiseled Aarakocra with a large plaque made out of some sort of metal. You're good. Within the engraved area, Tyler! No, turn it back on! I have to add you to the stream.
No.
Rude. Well, sorry. The plaque is engraved. Yovaren, current leader of Avian City, welcomes you to the region of Alvora. From this stone statue is this. Think the Hylian Bridge. This not from Twilight Princess. I guess it's the Bridge of Elden, but yeah, Twilight Princess, Bridge of Elden, not Bridge of Elden, Hylian Bridge, that is just made out of complete stone and crosses over a massive cliff edge connecting to another cliff, and that's where the road leads. This is a slightly less maintained road here, but it is there. And it is maintained slightly, and in fact, as you start going on the path on the actual bridge, you see several other carts coming from that direction, appearing to come from the direction of Avian City, and in fact, from behind you, there is a split of several branched paths from other areas of the world that all lead in the direction of Avian City. That being said, you follow this path for another few hours, crossing several bridges. And the first bridge that kind of really sits in your mind is this beautiful, beautiful landscape where there's this bridge that kind of goes on the cliff edge of a waterfall. And on the side of this waterfall are many Japanese-styled houses with waterfall falling and being directed by the architecture of these houses. On the postings, the posts and structure of these houses and homes and just buildings are large birds biting their claws. And not Aarakocras, but large, think pterodactyl shaped birds with long tropical red feathers and greens and blues, and they all kind of flock together. Huge birds. And on top of one of the birds is a man strapped to a saddle. And he goes, "Hyah!" And it takes off and he starts flying away. This humanoid man, human, and several other of these birds are flying away, and Jester kind of in awe looks at them and says, "What I'd give to just ride one of those."
What are those, Jester?
I think they're called Ikrals. Yeah, Ikrals. They're native to this region. Many avian birds come from this area because I guess I don't know why, but this seems to be kind of the area that a lot of tropical birds are harbored, and one of the species that lives here is native to this area are large domestic birds that are tamed. They're highly intelligent, but they're also another form of transportation. I believe that's how some of the humans go on the Great Alvora Tree, if you've heard of the Great Alvora Tree.
Is that like the Great Tree in like Kashyyyk? Star
Yeah,
Wars?
yeah.
Okay, cool.
But it's up to you if Mace has ever heard of it.
No? Sounds interesting.
Oh yeah, there's a 50-mile radius tree.
Do people live in it?
Oh yeah. Most of the Aarakocras that you've seen have come from that area. Most of the relatives. It is kind of where their home is, their cultural home. It's very hard to get humans up there, but when they need to go up there for trade deals and whatnot, Aarakocras will hire some of the not hire, but have tamed most of the intelligent Ikrals. And it provides a way for the humanoids without wings, to travel up to the hundreds of feet tall. And he's easily 3,000 feet tall at 3. It in fact, a few Ikrals fly above you and kind of land on one of the pillars on the edge, or excuse me, one of the corner pillars holding up the bridge's structure, if that makes sense. So imagine like 2 pillars here and 2 pillars on the other end that go up. They just flew on one of the pillars, kind of mounting.
We're gonna get to Avian City if humans themselves can't really get there.
Well, the Aarakocras settled the area of Avian City. They settled it and then built roads and bridges and other transportation ways for humans to get there.
Are you familiar with this area? Because
Of course. I'm very, well, sort of. More with the area leading up to Avian City, as I've sailed in to do much trade on Avantika and my own ship for some time.
Well, I guess let's see if we can get
Just
your
curious,
memory
why
jogging.
exactly are we here?
Well,
I'm just a little confused.
Sakura needed to learn about Professor Willen's pets with the Arachnine.
Yeah, my bad. I just forgot.
And well, I've been meaning to commission Yasha now, knowing that she's probably here.
She might be. And that's true. Last I checked, she was thinking about coming around this time of year.
All right. Well, let's hope that we have scheduled our times appropriately by coincidence.
Indeed. Well, I'll have to see you guys soon. I'm going to sleep. Make me up when there. What about a few hours travel away from Avian City?
Hours, jeez. Okay.
Mhm.
All right. Anyone gonna take Jester's place?
Me.
I called it first. No, Frank, I was muted. Frank. I said it first.
Well, I'll say you all kind of step up to the post and while Jester
Oh,
sleeps
me,
in the
me,
back.
Me.
Except for Dyer. I guess Dyer is already doing it, so never mind. The cooling, moist air fills the wind gusts. And as you guys continue on your way to Avian City, not much changes. I guess the last thing I should mention before you guys actually arrive is that the region of Avian City leading up to the stone bridges, as you get closer to the Avian City, the stone bridges actually have villages on them and cities, minor cities and settlements on top of them, partially to make sure that the roads are maintained and that no bad people or bad trade is going through for security, and also just to maintain the bridge and make sure it's maintained. So one of the first bridges that you get to that has one of these cities on them is super wide and has towers and especially you see a clock tower in the center of this bridge city. And I want to say the stalactites, but kind of the you know how bridges have those arches, thank you. On each of those arches that has a pillar going down, there are like buildings built inside of those pillars, kind of in a spiral formation into each of one of those pillars that have bridges going from pillar to pillar, that kind of thing. And as you ride into town, you guys are checked for trade. Asked, a bunch of Aarakocra guards come in, and as you kind of get into the city, you see lots of air traffic occurring. Lots of Aarakocras flying in from different directions, but especially humanoids riding the Ikrals. These Ikrals are available to rent in this area, but seeing as you're just heading straight to Avian City, you wouldn't need that. So as you guys finally, after
Sakura, mind taking the reins for a moment? I need to go get our navigator, and then switches places with Sakura, and go pick up Yasha. I'm not Yasha, Jester. We need help.
What? Are we here?
Yes, we need.
Okay.
Your brain.
Okay. Rubs her temples and then rubs her horns. Okay. Takes a swig out of her flask. I'm just bored, and then puts it down. She gets up and says, "Okay, well, walk me through this. What am I helping you with?"
Well, where do we go from here now? And we're in a town, or we have no idea. We've never been here.
There are a few signs that point in the direction of Avian City, and she kind of takes the reins and says, "I've got it from here if you wish." It is the main road, and these bridge cities become more and more frequent, and there are guards Aarakocra spearmen posted at each bridge, as well as a few people with bows. you're regularly checked up at each checkpoint, and finally, as you enter the region of Avian City, what you see can only be described as, frankly, one of the most beautiful cities you have ever seen in your entire life.
You gonna send the map in the Discord?
Sure am. First, I'm gonna send you kind of the view of what you see. The waves crashing into the cliff face below, is heard. And as well as the waterfalls. But the first view that you see is the massive area of Port Aviar. Port Aviar.
Do like telescopes / binoculars exist in this world?
Yeah.
All right. So okay, so then Dyer will pull. Well, doesn't actually have one. Is there like one you can like do a quick buy?
I'll say you have one, but just remove a few gold, like 3 gold.
All right, gotcha.
So I just sent in the art and references channel. That is the current bridge that you guys are on right now, and you're not in Avian City yet, but you are seeing another. You're seeing, for reference, stream.
Jazzy, this is what Gov is talking about.
I know, I can see it.
All right, you're on your tablet.
For reference stream, this is what they are looking at. That is the current. You see several sailboats pass by, and some of the water from the river is being funneled out from some of the arches, just like pouring out and landing in the water below. And you, in fact, you see a few sailboats, even though there is like water flowing down, go through the waterfall. And you hear a few sailors laughing from just the mist hitting them. And as you come into the region, you see Port Aviar. I want you to imagine in your mind a massive, massive harbor. So imagine a part of a cliff that's been carved into a circle that at the bottom has harbors upon harbors of just
On harbors.
just harbors and harbors of boats, ships, vessels, cranes, and of just docks specifically. I'm gonna
Dyer pulls out his binoculars and kind of like taps Jess on the shoulder, like maybe a bit overwhelming. But do you see a Ponticus boat anywhere down there?
I'm not really sure. Can I see?
You have an
Why
idea?
didn't I run here when I was exiled? What the frick?
Do you say that out loud?
Yeah, like whisper. Like.
Make a stealth check.
Okay. I'm not trying to be very stealthy, but I'm like.
Well, if you're like trying to hide what Mace says, then you probably will want to do that.
Port Aviar.
Oh, yes.
You kind of approach. So do you see kind of, that's a top-down view. Now this is kind of, bear with me, guys.
19, Gub.
19? Alright. I'll say Jester doesn't hear it. But Sakura, seeing as you have a passive perception of 19, I'll say Sakura hears it. So, okay. So looking at Port Aviar, that is a top-down view of, so there's water, right? You can see that there's clearly water, where the Port Aviar label is over water.
Yeah.
And those are docks. Hundreds and hundreds of ships are docked, constantly coming in and out. Cranes are lifting up boxes. Magically, people are raising water to move giant planks of wood to lower and raise cranes and rotate them to lift cargo. And this top-down view is, so there's, imagine if you're looking at my camera, which I'll
fix it. Maybe.
Yeah, I just did. Sorry, I need to fix my stream again. It's kind of so the harbor area, that circle area with the docks all kind of pointing into the center, and outward from the wooden docks is a massive cliff that goes 100 feet into the air. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And
Is it, like,
those
plateau? Or-
yes, yeah, kind of, but to the left of the Avians of Port Aviar, do you see those kind of striped lines and those kind of that go kind of that are a bunch of stairwells that go up, ramps, stairwells that are and ramps that go upwards into the surrounding city. You are not quite there yet, but that is the surrounding area. I do not have a photo for that. So as you kind of get closer to Port Aviar, you kind of look down this massive 100-foot cliff of just sounds of workers going at it, sails and just crashing waves, men hard at work, people dispersing and walking up the staircases and making their way into the city. And as you are on this left pathway, if you look at the screenshot that I sent, which hold on, let me yep. On the bottom left, do you see that there's that line going to the middle left? That's a road.
Alright.
And though that's a road that leads directly into the city, the Avian City.
Woo!
Before we go to Avian City, Dara kind of nudges Jester did you find her boat if she is here?
Let me see. What the frick? That's a misdraw. Apologies.
Your stream's also messed up.
Yeah, I know. Let me fix it. Well, I'm gonna go back to art references so I can send you the photos. The most beautiful architecture of limestone, normal, just chiseled carved stone, mixed with blue wood and blue brick is the motif of this city. Birds fly in the surrounding area, luscious trees, but especially that view of the central castle is visible.
Dude, that boat's heading straight for the waterfall.
Yep.
Oh, there he goes. Goodbye now.
So the waterfall of that image I just sent. Okay. So hold on.
So is that big building like a palace or like a university?
That is the palace.
Yeah.
So okay. So I just sent the map. You guys are at Port Aviar right now, riding in from the south. And there's a more urban area towards the you see how the bottom left part of the cliff area has a more urban area of city of buildings and stuff. And then there's the center of the water that has okay, whatever. Point is looking at this map, you guys are at Port Aviar. You cannot hold on. Was I just paged? Whatever. Anyway, sorry, I thought my mom was calling me, but the University of Varen is not that castle that I just sent. The University of Varen, I think I have a photo for, but I have to find it. But anyway,
Was the palace the building right beside it?
yes,
Kind of
the north of the university.
Alright, okay.
That is the palace. And that is the main view. So, kind of describing this map, do you see how in the middle of this map, vertically, there's that cliff line that I've drawn? And do you see where the waterfall is flowing out on the map?
Yeah.
So that's where that image is. Okay, so if you will, I'm going to share screen my entire first screen here. It is my OneNote, so
Spoilers.
Let's go.
no. So right here. So okay. You guys see my cursor? Oh.
Yeah, we can.
So the University of Varen, right? If I press draw, I guess.
Jazzy, you may want to be watching.
Okay, so do you guys see? Do you guys see?
Here, hold on, Gub. Jazzy can't see. There we go.
So you guys see this line, right?
Yeah.
Okay, this is a cliff face that goes 100 feet up, right? Including this waterfall, which is the image that I sent, right? All right, that's this 100 feet up, including Port Aviar. This is all 100 feet. This this perimeter, right? Anyway, this is a waterfall that goes out. However, this waterfall, this part goes up another 50 feet of cliff. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So it's kind of sloped landscape, but you see this cliff edge. So this is 100 feet. This cliff is 100 feet tall, and then this part of the cliff is 150 feet tall, but this is also 100 feet tall. Does that make sense? I'm trying to explain the topography of the map, but anyway, what you need to know is basically this is a waterfall going out, and that is the palace that I sent to the image. You guys are right here, basically.
All right.
Okay, cool.
All right. So that being said, I can fix everything.
While you do that, Gub, Darius still asks the question of if Jester saw the boat.
Let me make a roll. Make a roll.
Cookies and cream dice.
Yeah.
Not again.
It's hard to tell. It's really hard to tell. There's a lot of boats, man. Hundreds of them. The Fallen Star is a pretty distinct ship, but I can't seem to find it.
Let me see if I can see it.
There's a freaking fly in
And
here.
I'll do a roll as well. So it's investigation, I'm assuming?
Yeah.
I have a -1 investigation.
Lols. Alright, let me see. Lols. 17 total.
17 total. You don't seem to see the Falling Star?
Yeah. Do you think we should make a quick stop into the docks to see if we can spot the boat?
It's
Or
about-
do
Is
we-
that important?
It's about noon right now. The docks are super busy right now.
Bustling.
Yeah.
I'm only asking, Mace, because I would like to see if I can commission Yasha to build cannons for our boat once it's completed.
Right,
And
but what are the odds they're gonna find her ship out of these like thousands?
I
That's
mean,
true, but
I was told
we're like pretty high up, so it's hard to see from here. Maybe down there will be easier to see.
Mhm.
Who knows? Maybe Jester will recognize one of the crew members.
Better perhaps.
But
Tor-
of course, we don't have to do that now. This
Tori.
is probably don't have to be here.
Tori, I would be able to tell. Tori and I have sending stone for each other. If you really wish me to ask.
I mean, yeah. Let's just ask to see.
All right. She kind of pulls out her sending stone and whispers something into it. Okay.
Yo, she's about to summon Bill.
Well, Avantika is not here. However, Yasha did mention Yasha and Ford did leave together
Oh.
to go learn something about it. Seeing as it was only 25 words, I'm trying to infer here. Yasha and Ford left from Port Aureus a couple of months ago, and they did mention that they were coming to Avian City. Essentially,
Alright.
they didn't specify a reason. 25 words was pretty limiting, but it's the best I can do.
Hmm. So, well, now that we know that, okay. How do sending stones work, Gub?
What? It's linked to one other sending stone, and one charge
Okay.
every dawn.
Okay.
But it's a stack.
Speaking of which, can I talk to Zinquin?
Yeah, you may. Go ahead.
Okay, I grab a descending stone.
All right. Stretching out into the ether, you say,
Hi, Zinquin. It's your friend. How are you doing? How's your mission? Are you safe? I love you. Send.
Whoa, yeah.
"Oh my gosh, you scared me! I'm doing okay. Thank you for talking to me. I can't tell you what's happening right now, but I am safe. I love you all. Talk to you later." Send.
Jabael.
Well, that's good. I think.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, well, we can't do much about it now. All right. Well, let's, I guess, hope we meet up in Avian City.
Potentially.
Because we don't exactly have a sending stone with.
I mean, if I had to choose a place of romanticism, Avian City would be a good choice.
I mean, maybe she did shoot her shot when you were not there, but.
I mean, they
Yeah.
didn't specify a reason they were coming here.
Yeah, but I was thinking it was more of a word limit kind of deal, if that makes any sense.
Wait, say that again. A work what?
It was a word limit. That's a word limit reason rather than a. They didn't specify a reason. Tori is only able to fit 25 words in a sending spell.
As we're still going to Avian City, as we head straight into Avian City, that's the top. See, that's the mixed conversation. Like, where do you think Yasha would go if she was in Avian City?
Definitely the university. I mean,
that's-
she's a bookworm. She has to be. You had to be. I can't think of any other place other than a motel. Okay, you guys are no fun to make sex jokes to. I miss Zinquin.
We'll see her again, alright? We'll get used to it. Just, it's still getting there, alright?
What do you want us to say?
I want you to laugh.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay. Next.
There you go.
Well, that would be definitely the first place I check. As you guys,
Well, we're gonna have to find Professor Willen anyways. So.
absolutely. I believe. I don't know why I changed into this accent, but I just did. No, you're absolutely right.
A little bit.
I think that would be the good place to start. Just don't know anymore. That girl always seems to confuse me. But let's start there.
Yeah.
We just like teleport to the.
Yeah. As you guys start right into the area, the amount of time that it's taken you to get here, has allowed some of the vendors of the area to advertise in a large post. Gilmore's Traveling Bazaar. Arriving in Avian City in the southern venue very soon.
Huh.
Could it be any less specific?
The southern venue is on the map. It's a large tent. Circus tent. It's top left direction, so northwest direction of Port Aviar. Do you see that little tent? That circle?
Okay, yep, I see.
That's a venue. It's currently being constructed as a tent.
Alright, well, it looks like we may be staying here in Avian City for a little while longer then.
Why exactly?
Would not be complaining.
Vilken's probably going to want to know what Professor Willen says, so. And a sending stone isn't exactly going to give.
Why
us all the
exactly is
one-
that his business?
Because he's the one who sent us.
Right, but he didn't care about the information.
Yeah, but who knows? Maybe he's curious. Whatever. Maybe want to buy something there. I don't know. Waste. All right. Maybe want to get cooking utensils there or something. They probably got rare meat and Gilmore's. We just never looked for it.
Bird meat.
You want to go hunting or something? There's plenty of birds here.
As she says that out loud, there's an Aarakocra that's like on a passing cart. Like, the hell?
That is hilarious.
I say, yeah, you're on the menu. That's for sure.
Oh dear.
He flips you off.
We'll try to flip off with like a feathered wing.
Oh yeah, well, he's got a hand.
Yes.
His wings come out of his back, not his hand.
Oh yeah.
The Ekrals have, they're kind of like a wyvern where their wing is part of their arm, but Aarakocras have it independent.
All right. Oh. Well, let's head to the university. I
There's
said.
university.
Indeed.
Wow.
Sorry, I feel bad that last session I didn't do enough description, so I feel like I kind of went overboard on this session, but...
Bruh, fun description, alright? Today, that's
We need
completely
combat.
building.
Yeah. Tyler, trust me, combat will be coming. You just need to get through, like, this is the last roleplay session that I have planned. Like, major roleplay session.
Tyler, quit whining!
You will have plenty...
You have plenty of opportunities to do Stunning Strike and Ruin Gun.
There's gonna be so much combat soon. I promise. Anyway.
Yeah,
Last
university.
big,
Chop chop.
Roleplay session ever?
No, we will do roleplay sessions again. It's just Tyler just wants more combat, and I'm saying this is kind of the last roleplay session in the series of only roleplay sessions. Does that make sense? It's kind of the next step, so I can kind of get to the next stepping stone into the arc, the planned arc. Anyway, that being said, you guys ride into the area, and as you guys are crossing the bridge onto the area of the University of Veyron, lots and lots of students with books, backpacks, satchels, bags of holding, are walking down the bridge. And as you get to the bridge, a guard stops you and says, "Whoa. Unfortunately, you can't take the cart near the university."
Oh, is there like a stable where we can put our horses?
Oh yeah, I can take it if you need me to.
Could you?
All profits go back to the government.
Could you point us into the direction, please?
I can take it. I can take it.
How about no?
He's gonna have way bigger problems. He's gonna steal this.
If you don't believe me, he takes out a scroll that says information about where it would be kept, how much for stable of exploding horses, how much per hour, that kind of thing. You know, just basic information confirming this is pretty much legit. He is, what's that called? The person who, like, when you're a rich person, you're like, keep it running, and you throw the keys to someone. What?
Usher, I think that's what they're called.
No, it's like, whatever Sean and Shang-Chi is, that's his job. Does that make sense? Anyway, that thing, but for carts. We'll keep it there for however long you need. It just would go on a tab, and you would not be allowed to leave the city until that check has been paid. Are we in agreement?
How much is
A valet. It's a valet.
Valet, thank you. That's what it is.
Thank you, Pippin. Okay, I just looked at chat.
Anyway, I think your chances to die nice. Yeah.
How much is like an hour?
For an hour, about 5 gold per hour. The 5 gold per hour, but the beginning price is 10. Just to make sure that you know what you're signing up for. But you'll get that 5 gold back as soon as you take your cart back. It's just kind of a precaution.
All right. So do we pay at the stable once we go get our cart, or do we pay you?
Absolutely. I mean, you can pay me right now. I'll take it.
I get him 10 platinum.
He's got spectacles.
That's 100 gold. Do you
I
realize?
know. I'm rich.
I know you're rich,
Wow.
dude, but
I say let him spend the money. I say let him spend all the money he wants.
Give our money. That's the only reason why.
No. I genuinely.
Money now you want us to.
You guys are
find a way-
effing rich. I think it's fun that you guys just don't ever spend your money. I just like.
Yeah, but it's like. Okay, yeah. Fine.
Okay, I hand him 10 platinum pieces.
All right, yeah, you hand him 10 platinum. And he says,
Change.
"How many hours will I be signing you up for?
All of them.
Under what name, Mr. Human? I assume. Suppose that's a little racist to me.
Mr. Dyer.
Alrighty. Not pleasure meeting you, Mr. Dyer." And he holds out your hand. He holds out his hand. Good day. And I'm writing down your description, Mr. Dyer. Alrighty. And what would you say your species or race would be? Imagine if you said Dragonborn or something silly like that.
Actually, funny you mentioned that. I'm actually half Dragonborn, so I'd put that down.
His face kind of goes pale. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to assume. My apologies. I really, I do apologize.
The real Dyer is just like.
He scribbles something out, writes something down instead. Well, I'll take him. Now. He takes the reins. Hey! He waves over 2 other guys. They kind of take the reins of the 2 other horses. Just come to this address in Candlekeep Alley in the main city, and your horses and cart will be just fine. Under great security.
Appreciate it.
That's like, kind of like, that's like,
Pleasure meeting you, Mr. Dyer.
Yeah.
Oh, Jazzy just had a. Jazzy is dying. I'm sorry, Jazzy. We must be put down now.
Oh my gosh. Oh dear.
Child Protective Services.
Child Protective.
Big pedal. Big pedal.
Big pedal trap. Big pedal trap. Alrighty. Back to Dungeons and Dragons.
Goodbye, Jazzy.
Leave me alone.
Oh my gosh. Can we go back to playing Dungeons and Dragons now? Okay. That being said, let's take a 10-minute break. I'm gonna say are we cool to go till 10 o'clock?
I'm okay with that.
Is everyone else okay with that?
Yeah, sure.
I'm fine with that.
We don't have a whole lot left of what I was planning on running. Honestly, I'm really happy at the rate that we're taking these sessions. I really appreciate that you guys are taking your time. I don't want you guys to feel rushed. Take your time. I do have a lot prepped. If we want to run more games, absolutely. Just come to me with scheduling. Let's get another game scheduled. That being said, let's take a 10-minute break. I will see you the stream very soon.
Oh no. Pippin, why? No.
Pippin, if you want to chill out for another just 10 minutes, we're gonna get a drink, snack, that kind of thing. Go to the bathroom. I totally forgive me, guys. I apologize that I did not take a break earlier. I totally forgot. So let's take that break now. We are about 2 hours into the session, so I think that is a good point to take a break. 10 minutes. See you guys at 9:42.
I have a question.
Yeah, shoot it.
When are we gonna do a real life?
I'm thinking about finishing this arc online, and then we'll come back to in-person sessions.
Okay. How long is this arc? I'm okay with doing online. I'm just wondering.
Yeah. Count on about 5 more sessions.
Okay.
5 more of this length session, if that makes sense.
Okay.
It all depends on how fast you guys take it.
Mhm.
If you guys want to zoom right to the ending that I've planned for this arc, which is amazing, which Savannah knows the ending to, and I have made her swear an oath that she won't tell any of you. She knows the ending to this adventure, basically. Anyway, just because she wouldn't be here, I just thought it'd be fun to kind of cheer her up by telling her what would happen to you guys. That being said, go ahead. Bathroom break. Is it what?
a cliffhanger.
Oh yeah, that's a cliffhanger.
Whoa, bro.
And then the campaign will be going on a hiatus for a couple of months, probably. Probably closer to like 2 months.
A year, not again.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't. I'm not gonna do that ever again. I promise. I don't have enough time between now and my mission to do that. So, anyway, well, that being said, I'm gonna go get a snack, and I think my mom was trying to talk to me earlier because she tried opening my door, but I was in the middle of describing something. So, anyway, and she knows I'm streaming playing. So,
Okay.
all right. That being said, go ahead, take your break. I'll be right back in 8 minutes, presumably.
There he goes, never to be seen again. So, this is my stream now. I am the leader. I run this town now. Call me Sheriff Tyler. I run this city. Guess I'm entertaining the stream now. Whoa, yeah. Let's go. What the frick? Oh, frick.
There's no ammo.
Oh, thank goodness. I'm still alive. Oh my gosh, that was terrifying.
A 3. A 4.
So happy I'm alive. I'm so sorry for everything I've done. I regret everything. And oh, frick! Now he's got bullets. Hey, listen. We can talk about this. Listen, I have a wife. I have a family. Please, sir. I have so much to live for. Please. No, please.
Hey,
Please.
Toad.
We're on a stream, Jazzy, with children. The mic can hear you.
Oh, thank goodness he's not gonna shoot me. Oh my gosh! I just witnessed a murder.
No witnesses.
Oh, frick!
You didn't see me this whole time.
Yeah, so we just saw your blanket. But yeah, I put the tripod up so we can see your face.
Hi, Jazzy. I can see you eating something beneath the link painting.
Tyler, I miss you.
Why do you miss me?
I miss you.
Someone donates to stream chat or whatever, I shoot Jazzy in the mouth.
Blood, death.
A $5,000 donation from Mr. Beast comes in or something. Jazzy, we gotta do it.
I take
We gotta do it, Jazzy.
that for the money.
Open the mouth.
Jazzy, I miss you. Wow, you're so cool.
Gina, is Gina there? I want Gina to do the dance with me.
I'll do the dance with you.
I don't have my stick. Josh, do you have like a stick?
I think I do have a stick.
You got a
Like
sniper.
a long stick.
You got a 50 caliber sniper.
This stick, Jazzy? Will this do?
Is this a stick from the lake? What happened to that?
I couldn't take it. No! I actually liked the stick. I was gonna whittle it.
Oh my gosh, she's so good.
I know, right? Me and Jaina and Savannah did the stands.
You should join Color Guard. You're so crazy. You're so good.
Color guard.
Marching band. Oh, Frankie got a gun. Jazzy. Oh!
Be careful with that stick, Jazzy. That thing is like very brittle.
I don't care.
Right, Jazzy, I spent like 2 hours whittling that thing. Please
Where's the
don't-
top hat?
I really cosplay for it.
And a nigga. Why do you have so many guns?
That's how we know the dance. We have
I
to
did,
do it.
Jazzy.
You should do it with me, Jaina.
But I can't. My stuff is upstairs, and I don't want to go upstairs.
And just pretend you
Oh,
have it.
Jazzy. I'm sorry to look what Pippin said in the chat. Have mercy, but then blood, and death.
Because I wish I could donate. Doesn't mean it did. Okay, stop. Jaina, do it with me.
Okay, I will.
I forgot the beginning of the song. Do it.
Just got Miku, like you.
I can't hear you, Jaina.
What?
I can't hear you. No, I'm just searching this up on YouTube. You suck at this. How the freak do I use this? Oh. Stop! I'm pulling it up myself.
Now we got a bow.
Well, I
Okay.
broke the magazine.
Oh,
This is good.
Carving
Kinda.
potatoes.
I can just.
Hold on, I'm gonna get my milk.
tactical reload.
Are you
Oh,
ready,
Frankie,
Jaina?
target.
Are you ready, Jaina? And we never found out.
I'm back.
Okay, are you gonna do it with me?
Mhm.
Okay, I'm starting it.
Do the dance.
I'll be
do
right
the
by
dance.
the side.
I can't hear it. Josh, I
Oh,
can't
you
hear
are glitching. Oh, I think that's my problem.
Oh, Jaina left.
No! This is
Is that a
so.
baton?
Yeah, it's a baton, Tyler. I'm gonna beat Jazzy.
Okay, are you ready, Jaina?
I'm ready.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh yeah. Get into it.
If only Savannah were gonna do it with us. No.
I'm back,
Watch if
guys.
Gina
Oh,
isn't actually
what
doing
did
it.
I just walk into?
You're so upset.
Okay, I'm done. That's what I know.
Why do you have a whole
No,
jug
Sabrina
of milk?
I was doing it with you. Although the video, yeah.
I don't know the day. Just winging it.
Ooh, I brought my gallon of milk. Where's Joshua?
He's wielding a baton in his closet.
A baton?
Yeah.
Is he directing music? Oh, Gina's
No,
back.
like a police baton, like the one.
Oh. Well, are they Jazzy? Are you playing copyrighted music? Am I gonna get fricked over?
Well, if you don't
Well, that
download the
sucks.
VOD, then no.
Ah, hot. Are you playing copyrighted music, Josh?
Well, it's over now. Don't know what to tell you.
Are you downloading the VOD and uploading it?
Well, yeah. I'm
Well,
gonna
that
keep the
really
VOD
sucks.
up. Why the F did you guys do that to me? Hot, hot, out.
No, there you go.
No, why didn't you make me one?
Huh?
I'm all hurt. Why didn't
Whoa.
you make me one?
I literally did.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, look. I made you another one.
What the
Where
frick?
the freak is my applesauce?
Open up.
Frickin' microwave. What
Yeah.
is crumb posting?
Can I put something in crumb posting?
Yeah, and I don't get it.
It's a tonfa. Evil.
Jada is dying.
I believe so. I reckon.
Rick.
It's almost been a 20-minute break. Oh my gosh, what the frick was that?
Look at his face.
It's the video. It's the video
His
Cam
first
sent.
body.
F it, macrowave.
Microwave. The source of your
Yes.
enemies. ¿Quieres? Wood, please. Gold.
It's not a baton. It's a tonfa. I don't know if that's true, Pippin, but I'll do say yes. I agree with this statement.
Pippin, don't feel pressure to donate. Not even in the slightest, bro.
No, I'm just
Tonfa
making
also
when
known
you're
as-
Gonga by just pointing this gun at Jazzy and said, "Whoever donates, I shoot Jazzy in the mouth."
Oh.
So we both win.
I see.
Look it up. Okay, I'll look it up, Pippin, because
It's just a baton, but it's T-shaped.
it's not T-shaped though. It's L-shaped with a long, it's like a first grader wrote it.
Hello?
But it's
We can
up over
hear
the-
you, Miwo.
You just call me
Wait.
Milo?
What?
Did you just
So
call
why
me-
did you make a grilled cheese at 9:47 p.m.?
I don't know. Sound good.
It's okay. I made a pork chop.
I put ham in it.
Wow.
That's
Did
good.
you put pesto in it?
Oh, I wish I did.
Pepto Bismol.
That's so good. Ham and cheese melted with pesto.
Jimmy Pesto?
Bussin'. Yeah. Also, yes, I just said bussin'. Twice now.
I got it burning in my mouth. Well, it has almost been 20 minutes since the break started, so apologies.
I love
Apology
underscore
not
Jazz
accepted.
to
This is
hydrate.
all your fault.
What, Jaina?
I love underscore JK's Jazz. Want to hydrate.
Oh, shoot, my bad. Well, I've been hydrating this whole time. Well, with milk. Is that okay?
Absolutely
I
unacceptable.
don't know.
Get water.
I'm not perfect. I'm not. I love JK.
I'll
underscore.
freaking redeem it. I'll
Are
make
we
you
gonna go back to
water.
being gamers?
No, that's not okay. My bad. I'll have to drink water after.
I love JK, it's not Jazz. It's Jazz, not Jaina.
I don't see any
So-
reason why she would be.
Or Jazzy?
I hate JK underscore Jazz. It's Jazzy's secret admirer.
Yeah, that's kind of weird. It kind of makes me feel uncomfy a little bit.
All right.
Hey, you have to get water. It's not okay. They said no.
Ow. I'm burning my mouth.
It's a grilled cheese gut. What'd you
It's
expect?
like really
Okay,
hot.
I redeem hydrate, and I'm specifying water.
I'll do it for Gub because he's too lazy.
Gulp. Okay. Well, karma for not drinking water, dude. Frick that, bro. Dr. Yug, that mod badge looks so good on you.
Yeah, I know. In the Prime sub.
Well, yeah. Oh, yeah.
All right, let's go back to D&D gamers.
Very well.
This is a really dry pork chop, but it's okay.
That being said,
Oh, break me out again.
welcome back. Where were we? We were arriving at the University of Aerin.
We got a guy to take our horses out.
Delay.
They take them away. They assure you they'll be safe.
I told somebody you want to keep them safe would say.
What?
Y'all are so suspicious of these just guys.
Insight.
Gub, I
Go
remember
ahead.
the last time we gave someone our cart.
Oh, that's a good point.
The
Okay,
last time
I
we gave them our
think
very nice, expensive cart that we got for free. Want to know what happened to it, Gub?
23 insight.
They were telling the truth.
Oh yeah. Now I know for sure.
Rip.
Nope.
Oh, Janet's there, everybody. Oh, she's back.
Sorry for eating. I'm hungry. Let me finish my sandwich before we continue.
So who wants to play Russian roulette with a Nerf gun?
Oh, me.
All right, you got a 0% chance of
We
surviving.
should play Russian roulette and Pavlov.
Alright, my sandwich is almost done.
Oh,
I
yeah,
just
yeah.
have to swallow.
Yo, Moist Critical is streaming.
No grease ball?
The economy of Iraq is pretty bad today. Dude, that guy can speak in the most monotonous voice and still make a profit.
Alright. Jaina. Earth to Jaina.
Pull the trigger. Oh.
Pull the trigger. All right.
No, wrong way.
Effing dice. Alright. We're ready. Officially this time.
Oh, right. Officially.
Totally. Well,
Okay, right.
as you guys get to the university. The university
Oh, Jan just died again.
maybe we should wait for her to figure that out. Just a hunch. Jane, are you there?
You're back.
Jane, hello?
Don't take the
I'm
medicine.
in your walls. Jane, don't take the medicine. You don't want to lose your friends, right? You wouldn't do that to us, right? It's better
No.
this way, Jaina.
She took the medicine.
She took her schizophrenic pills. Oh. I made another one.
Laugh scarily. Do I have the permission to shoot?
Pull the trigger.
Oh, it's not your cock. She's staring at me creepily. Her you can see the glow from her iPad. It does not help out her case.
Does it make the iPad red?
Make the iPad red. Looks
Yes,
up on
man.
Google red screen or something.
For ominous effect.
Oh gosh, this is literally dripping on me. It's dripping cheese goo on me.
Oh, I care.
Hello?
I can hear you!
But I don't
Hi.
know about this inside of an eye during the call.
Well, that being said, you guys are on the bridge. Sorry,
It's
I just
enough
had an aneurysm.
like,
We know. We know.
Okay, officially, break is ending. As you guys make your way across the bridge, you guys see several students bustling and making their Jazzy's red. Bustling and making their way to their classes, and frankly, the campus is really busy today. You seem to be arriving right at the end of a class period, if you will, and as you guys walk through, there are several avian creatures, but the majority of the people that live in the city, and especially that go to the University of Veyron, are students or professors. And going through these hordes and crowds of people, you kind of finally make it to the central hall, if you will. Jazzy is summoning demons, nice. If you will, I'm gonna send you kind of a picture of the university, if I can freaking find it.
You're gonna post a picture of like the University of Windhelm or something.
Windhelm. No, they don't they don't study magic here. Well, they do, but like it's not their focus. Let me find it.
It's a subclass that you have to do in every school. Apparently, Michael Reeves, when he was in engineering school, he had to learn like Chinese culture or something.
Huh.
Then he dropped out.
Freaking nerd. Imagine.
Elm?
Let's see.
Skill issue?
Where is it? I had it. Oh, here it is. This is the University of Veyron.
Come.
Ooh, that's a little Monka-S, Tyler, frankly.
Monkey T.
Don't condone to this, Tyler.
There's a Monka T now?
I don't know. I just made that up.
News to me.
Spill the tea. What dramatic events has been going on in your life?
Just delete the frickin' blimps or hot air balloons out of your brains, though. There's none there.
Well, they're in the picture.
Shut up.
You drew this picture, Gob, didn't you?
No, I didn't. No, I didn't.
You
Reddit?
stole it?
Bro, what is wrong with you?
From Pinterest, actually.
Air temple in the bottom?
The session is worse than session
Yep.
15. I can't believe it.
Session 15 suck.
Garbage. This is terrible. You lied about hot air balloons?
Mm-hmm.
Those are definitely there, and I'm gonna go forward. They're there.
Rude. Okay.
It's just about you.
That being said, as you guys travel across this side, this bridge. I don't know why that was a struggle for me to say, but alas.
Bridge.
Shut up, Tyler. Anyway, you send one more reference photo.
Well, we're gonna have to like end session like 3 minutes.
You have to leave in 3 minutes?
Yeah.
Could I recap you?
But I said the session would be done at 10.
That's true, but I would like to finish up. You could just watch the VOD back again. Just watch the part that you missed. That's what I say. That's my vote. That being said, did I send it already? Art and references. I did. You see a contraption that you have never seen before.
Wow.
I'm trying to describe it, but my freaking mic isn't picking it up for Discord. Let me turn down the input sensitivity. You hear the on these wires, like hanging, are gondolas with steam out from the side, and they start to move down these wires. These platforms are moving, and there are people traveling, students traveling to and from the different regions of the city from these gondolas, and you have never seen a technology like this before. This is the first introduction you've seen into a steam engine, if you will. That being said, you guys get into the main area, the square, I'll say, if you look at the map. That will make a little more sense in terms of what I'm talking about in terms of the layout of the college. And it kind of is, it's just a campus, right? Where there are several buildings that harbor different classes. And several people, like crowds of people are gathering everywhere. And as you are kind of getting around, you see a woman with blonde hair next to a half-orc. And they are standing also next to a woman with white hair. This woman with white hair has a black cat on her shoulder. And a red shirt. Well, it's kind of like a red top that has like black straps on both shoulders and kind of cuts off right here, including the shoulders. She's got a black headband, but she's turned around. And as you get closer, Yasha and Ford are standing there.
Anyways.
Yasha and Ford.
Yeah. I'm kind of trying to contemplate whether I should end session here.
Yep.
Because I do want to keep Tyler in the ability, but we did just come back from break. Are you guys cool stopping the session here? Because I am also very tired.
12-hour session. Here we go.
Nightmare. Are you guys cool stopping the session there?
I mean, like, how long do you think of more, like, prep do you have?
So much, Josh. We're
staying up all night, everybody.
Enough for you to play video games with me?
Tonight? No, yeah, to play games with you? Yeah, totally. I'm dead serious, dude. I've had enough. That's why I've played video games with you in the last 2 weeks, is because I have had nothing to write. Anyway, that being said, I'm tired.
Alright.
Okay, cool.
I should have taken that break a little earlier.
Yeah, that's totally on you. You're the worst. Just kidding.
I think we're gonna pick up next session right as you walk up to these individuals, Yasha, Ford, and this other person with a black cat on their shoulder. Well, thank you guys so much for playing. I appreciate that. Thank you so much to everyone who watched the stream, especially Pippin. Shout out to Pippin. Those who are watching the stream right now, go ahead and leave a like if you like the stream.
Like, comment, and subscribe.
Yeah.
I will be streaming the rest of our D&D sessions from here on out until the end of this campaign. So if you guys want to kind of tune in for that, and see where the rest of this campaign is going, be my guest. I have a lot planned, and yeah, I really appreciate all you guys coming. Thank you guys so much for playing. First of all, my players, you guys are really good sports. Yeah, go ahead.
Good night.
Wait, okay.
There goes Tyler.
I was gonna say, how do you guys feel about maybe trying to finish up this session tomorrow?
I'm so down.
Afternoon.
I can't.
Afternoon, Jazzy, I'm saying.
I don't know. Maybe.
Alright, so we got a maybe from Jazzy, and that's gonna probably mean a no. So. We still got Labor Day. Maybe
That's true. There's Labor Day.
Yeah.
And Sunday.
that too, but there's religious activities that need to be completed first.
Right. No, that can always come first.
Man understands the hustle.
Indeed. That being said, thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you guys so much for playing. I'm gonna end the session here. Thank you guys. I'll see you guys later. Thank you, Pippin. Thank you, everyone. Stay safe. Stay awesome. I love you. Listen to your parents. And goodbye, stream.